Yes, Steph, Brian and Byron have managed to find the lions that you saw. This is incredible. We've got the two females and a single male over here. We've been struggling this morning. Brian's having a good giggle at me. They've moved through the thickest bush ever to get a vehicle through, but luckily, finally, we've got to see them, which is great. And I'm very happy we can show you. Just the two females and the single male. Don't see any sign of the rest of the pride. So they've possibly split up. Yesterday, we saw the pride had split up and moved through different areas. And these are possibly some of the lions that did feed on that buffalo carcass that we found earlier. So from where we are, it's probably about 300 to 400 meters away. Maybe a little bit more, maybe half a kilometer, 500 meters or so. As the crow flies, that's where that buffalo carcass is, through this dense, thick bush. And they've moved off. It's interesting that they've moved into this area or this direction. There's not a lot of water around here, well, from what I can see. But again, there are these little pans and little mud wallows that have formed because of the rain that we had. So they possibly got a drink last night or early this morning. And I think these are the lions that we heard calling earlier. We said we could hear them, but we just couldn't find out exactly where they were. That's one of the joys of having a team working together. It's nice having, Taylor out and then also Steph on the walk. We're able to help each other a lot, and it was great that they were able to find these lions. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and already it's getting very, very warm. And that's why these lions are resting in the shade now. Just want to update one of the other rangers who was interested in seeing lions. Just let them know where we are. Taxon for Byron. Morning, Dave. Dave, just an update. The pride that we've located is just the two females and a single coalition member at the moment. No sign of the rest of the pride. One female is looking around. So actually, while we were driving through here, we saw some zebra wandering about, as well as some impala. And not too far, but in the thickets. I think if these lionesses are interested, or they do walk around and bump into them, you never know. We spoke about it yesterday, how opportunistic they are, and if they see potential food, they could easily hunt. I wonder where that female's moving off to, unless she's just going to look for some more shade. She was out in the sun a little bit. Dave for Byron. Dave, just an update. Located on 2 lionesses and a single coalition member. Just myself here at the moment, no sign of the rest of the pride, and we're just off Gallagher shortcut, a few hundred meters south of the Buffelshoek boundary, or Buffelshoek cut line. Copy. Just like, if they start moving, then we're going to have to try to follow them again through this thick bush. It's so funny how occasionally some drives just really don't go your way, and I think I'm having one of those drives at the moment. I'm so glad we got to see these lions. but we have been struggling a little bit this morning. Not really finding any tracks and moving through thick bush, finding where the lions have been, but just missing them every time. Let's just see where they go, and then I'll reposition the vehicle. Go ahead. Copy, thank you very much. See, again, these males, or this male is intent on staying very close to his female. Or at least one of them. And it's possibly one of the males. I'm sure it's one of the pairs we saw yesterday. We saw two, in fact. We saw one earlier in the morning, and then we found a different pair that afternoon. Yesterday afternoon. Okay, so they're starting to move. I'm going to try and get out of here quickly. Stay with us for a while. Let's see where these lions go. Just trying to work out exactly how I'm going to get out of here. Watch out, Brian. Some branches in the way. There we go. It's been really funny driving with Brian again, because the rest of the crew seem to get our names confused quite a lot, which is entertaining. So they call me Brian, they call Brian Byron. It is a little confusing if you're not used to it. We don't seem to struggle, eh, Brian?
No, not at all.
Okay, hold on. Almost out of here. There's that lioness. And that male straight through the gap over there. Great, they're heading towards the road, everyone. So that'll make our lives a lot easier. But you can see how we're trying to maneuver and miss these trees and duck branches. I always say when animals do this, it's good for us. It keeps us humble. It makes us realize they're not tame. You know, they move wherever they want. And at times you just can't follow them, or find them for that matter. There we go, they're moving straight ahead of us now. It's actually a lovely cool breeze at the moment, which is very pleasant, but the sun is baking down and the temperature is warm. It's just that breeze every now and then which makes it very pleasant. Oh, look, the male is doing the Fleming again, Fleming grimace. We've been speaking about it for the last 2 days, actually, and especially yesterday we saw a lot of it. He's tasting the scent, the urine, and he's putting that scent on that Jacobson's organ in the top of the palate. And that allows him to tell whether or not these females are in estrus. Have a look. See, and they do that snarl, what's known as the Fleming grimace. Very interesting behavior. And there they go. So everyone, they're actually moving into an even thicker area at the moment. I'm going to stick on the road for now, and let's just see if we can work out exactly which direction they're going. Let me just reverse quickly. More trees behind us, but as you can see, it's impossible to get through there. There's, you know, the smaller trees and that we can kind of drive over so that they bounce back up so we don't damage them, but these big trees that have been pushed over and logs, that would just cause damage to the vehicle and we wouldn't be able to get through there anyway. I'm just having a look now. They are very thick in here, but they are skirting along. Excuse me, swallowed a fly. Okay, there might be a little gap that I can get through here. Hang on a second. All right, let me see if I can get another view of these lions for you. While I do that, let's quickly head back to Steph and see what he's up to on his walk.